I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the flag
to
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
So, Debbie, you wanted to take
Debbie,
roll?
are you iPhone? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
All right, Al Tenaglia,
I am here.
Ray Snyder,
Present.
Jeff Fogel,
Present.
Brian Long,
Here.
Tony Stango,
Here.
and Tim Heath. Is he there?
Not
No.
yet. He was planning on being here.
Okay, and I'm here.
That's good to know.
Just
So
putting it out.
So if we have no one from the public with open floor topics, I guess we can move on to business at hand.
Jason, has anyone tried to get access other than the members of the board?
It's open to the public. They can enter at any time.
Okay. Just
All right, so let me stop this and bring up the administrative report. Okay. Everybody see that?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, don't you and Tony all talk at once?
Yep. No, I thought you would say. All right, I'll go over our numbers. We presently have 175 students. This didn't change from our last meeting. We were trying to add an upper L student for a little while there, and I think just this point in time in the year, and then with where we are, and spoke with Tony, and budget-wise, we feel pretty comfortable with these numbers right now. So that's just where they are. You can see how the breakdown is, with class. If you go on to page 2, I'll go over the school items. Just want to point out that we were, Niche came out with its new school rankings. We're the best public elementary school in Bucks County. Our teachers were ranked the best. We were the second best charter in all of Pennsylvania, 33rd best elementary school in PA. With our teachers coming in 6th best in Pennsylvania. So these are all, again, we always state that it's not something that we tout. We know that if we adhere to our Montessori principles, the academic Montessori principles that we have, these are the results that are just what we'd expect. And so they really are what we expect. So things are going well in that arena. We had Picture Day was held last week. We want to just thank Mrs. McHale, Mrs. Freiling, or Miss Freiling. They volunteered their time to handle Picture Day for the school. We used to have an outside company, but that company folded during the pandemic, and so both these individuals took that responsibility over last year, and it worked well. So we figured we'd continue to go with it. So. That was something that was that was done last week. Our COVID report, we do have an incident to report. We don't report close contacts. We have a number of those, but we currently do have a kindergarten teacher out with COVID. In that process, we did account for 2 close contacts. Close contacts are something that you basically look at certain cumulative time and sustained time where you would be unmasked and within a certain 6-foot distance, and we did have two situations, 2 students who ran into that close contact, but we've had no transmission to report. So there's been nothing that states or validates itself that the teacher actually did transmit the virus to anybody in the class. So that's fortunate. We hope to have her back on Friday, so she would close out her 10-day quarantine tomorrow, and if she feels well, she should be back on Friday. There was one level 1 discipline report issued during this month. The book fair was a huge success. Mrs. Zinch runs that. I think there were over $4,000 in sales, which equates to about $1,500 in books for the school. And so we distributed those to the library and to the classrooms. Our hot lunch program is going really well. You know, it's something that we started back up just recently. It was a hard time finding a venue, but Menino's has come through, and food actually smells really good. I might order some myself in the coming days. And just our fall clubs are soon to commence, but we'll probably reinstate some winter ones. Again, we don't have an after-school program at school, so we're trying to get these clubs in place at least on a daily basis, so the parents do have an option, you know, whenever they're in a bind for after-school needs. And you know, obviously the clubs are, you know, with whatever the themes are, going well also. PTO sponsored events, they did have, you know, the Menino's I talked about is our lunch provider, and they had a fundraiser, and the totals have yet to be determined. Some things coming up. We just have our Halloween Fantasy Day Parade on Friday. I know they're working on a holiday shop that's going to come up early December, and then they're running their Usborne and cards fundraiser. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay, we have our typical PIMS reports. The ones for 2021 were filed, and the ones for 2022 are the ones that are coming up, some of which have already been filed, others which are in the process of being filed. If you could scroll up.
Yep.
We ordered a new Chromebook, projector, and laptop to replace those that are no longer in functional status. And we're presently looking into installing wireless security cameras to cover all access areas into the building as well as the parking lot. For facilities, installation of a new fence at the bottom of the hill and around the kindergarten play area. We're awaiting bids on that, and our scheduled HVAC and sprinkler maintenance will be taking place in November. Under finance, preparations for 2021 financial audit have already begun, and we expect that the audit will take place in early spring. Our district billing for last year, the reconciliations were all sent out, and we've already been paid for our billing for last year, and our billing for July through October has also been sent out, and we started receiving payments on that. And November billing will go out by November 15th. Our current revenue and expenditures for 2021-22 are monitored every month, and we're right on schedule with our budget. There's been no staffing changes since our last report, where we outlined a host of changes. And we've had one disability claim that started in August, and it's already ended. And that person will be coming back to school November 8th, and that was for maternity. Our SHARS report, which I noted we submitted last month, has been accepted, and we should be receiving funding from that in the next month or two. That's all I have.
All right. Got the agenda back up. Okay, business at hand. Yes. For A, B, and C. Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion on them? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Got it. Unanimous. And we'll bring up the old business. The meeting of August 23rd, 2021, the board adopted Health and Safety Plan B with the understanding that the school commits to revisiting its policy as needed, and if recommendations of the local and state departments warrant the board's further review. A special meeting can be called within 48 hours. So on August 31st, the acting secretary of Pennsylvania Department of Health signed an order directing face coverings in school entities, with the order to go in effect on September 7, 2021. The order applies to all students, staff, and visitors aged 2 and older while indoors working, attending, or visiting a school entity, regardless of the vaccination status, unless they meet one of the exceptions in Section 3 of the order. And I think this order remains in effect until the PA Secretary of Health determines that face coverings are no longer necessary. Although PD recommends public school entities update their local American Rescue Plan, elementary and secondary school.
Emergency.
Okay. And that long number, and I guess we got some agent.
Yeah, my computer, I'm using a different computer because my computer fried, so.
All right, no problem.
You could
Plans
probably
to
skip
reflect-
right down to based on the above.
Right, based on the above, right. On September 30th, 2021, the Bucks County Montessori Charter School approved the motion to implement the masking order, Section 1 through 5 of the Pennsylvania Department of Health, directing face coverings in school facilities.
So unless you're changing that, there's no motion.
No. New business, Pennsylvania Coalition of Public Charter Schools. I can read that unless you guys have read through it.
I've read it.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
All right, any discussion?
Can we go? I think board members have to go to Nashville.
You can.
Okay. And when is that held this year?
End
Or,
of March, I think. End of March.
I mean,
March
March,
8th.
yeah, 2022, I meant.
What are we discussing here? Are
Yeah.
we on the motion? for-
You're on a coalition.
The coalition of, if board members can also be in
I'm
attendance.
sorry, I skipped over it.
No.
That's
This is,
the Montessori convention.
that's the
Oh,
next one.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, then, all those in favor of the Pennsylvania Coalition of Public Charter Schools as noted in the agenda? Because we did get a first and second motion.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. And then, of course, the attendance at the Montessori convention.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that?
Can I go this one too?
Wise guy.
I think there is a component for board, isn't there?
There was the one in
Absolutely.
Philadelphia, I remember 3 or 4
Right.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Just include that in the motion.
No, it's good. I'll pay for my own way if I go to make my way to Nashville.
Yeah. At this point then, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and the last motion would be motion to adjourn.
A
I'll
motion.
motion. So I'll second.
All right, any discussion on that? We are adjourned.
East in the valley.
Yeah.